Hi there, you're listening to the Lights Girl Talk podcast. I'm Carol.
This is Alicia.
I'm Trisha.
And today we are tackling the ever-present topic of caring for yourself. Who is taking care of you? Because you're taking care of everybody else. And so we're going to talk about ways that you can take care of yourself. I know that if you lay eyes on Trisha, you know that she's an exercise queen.
Mm-hmm.
Always
moving.
I look sweaty.
No, it's not that.
I do.
She eats healthy. She eats right. She works out. She does fitness. But I love what you say about fitness, and how you approach it, your whole mindset. So share that with us real quick.
Well, it's really therapeutic for me. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that is what it is. People say, "Oh, good job on you doing that." I'm like, "No, I'm just doing what I have to do to get through the day."
Right.
Which is when I expend that energy doing exercise and different things, I just feel so much better.
Yeah.
That then I'm able to kind of concentrate on other things, the people around me. And with 2 kids, they're young, they have a lot of needs right now. They go to this practice or this friend get together or go buy these sets of underwear and socks. That's what I got to do later today. All those things swirling around. If I haven't done my exercise for the day, then I almost resent doing all those other things. So it is something that I have found that helps me feel like, okay, I have taken care of a need of my own today, and then I can be more willing to take care of someone else's need.
Let me ask you a question about that. How do you protect that?
I prioritize it.
Okay.
It's not something I leave to chance. And I used to talk about this a lot with people. I used to work at a weight management center as an exercise specialist.
Mm-hmm.
And I would sit down with people and I would help them strategize how to get their exercise in. And most of the time I found that people are like, well, I just don't have time for exercise. And then I would kind of dig a little deeper, and they had time to go get the groceries and do the laundry, go iron those clothes, go run that errand, go do whatever it is they needed to do. But exercise was something they sort of kept to the end if I find that 30 minutes. Well, you don't really find 30 minutes. So I prioritize it. I put it into my schedule like I've already thought through it.
Yeah.
When I get home, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to get my exercise in, and then I'm going to go to the grocery store. Because guess what? If I don't do my exercise before the grocery store, I'm not going to make good choices. I'm not getting you what you want, kids.
Well, I think for me, exercise is a hard thing to prioritize because it includes showering and changing.
It
and
doesn't have to. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. A little hair gel, a little deodorant, and you are good to go. That's what I'm talking about. I'm sweaty a lot of the times. But, I mean, really, it doesn't have to.
I think you're right on about prioritizing it because people tell me, like, I love to read books. And they're like, how do you read so many books? And I actually don't read as much as it seems.
Yeah,
but
you love to read.
For me, that is one of my things that I need to do.
Yeah.
And I think you can always find time to read. You can always, and maybe you take longer to read a book than other people, but as long as you always have to carry it with you when you're waiting at the doctor, when you're in the carpool line, at night before I go to bed. That's what I do before I go to bed. I have to read.
Yeah.
Alicia, you can read on the elliptical.
Oh,
I read on the elliptical all the time.
Okay.
Oh, yes, indeed. You just got to get the
I think it's
footwork
hard,
down.
though.
Well,
I think that's
you'll
hard
get
to
better at
balance.
it. No, you'll get better at it. You can hold on with one hand.
So for me, here's my struggle. The tennis shoes. If I put my tennis shoes on, I'm going to exercise. If I don't, then I'm not. It's as simple as that.
You need multiple pair of tennis shoes.
And I've noticed something too. If I put my workout bag in the car, I'm less likely to skip the gym.
Well, I keep a pair of tennis shoes under my desk. I have an older pair under my desk because we all go walking every once in a while,
Yeah.
especially when the weather starts to get really nice. And for a while, I wasn't walking because I didn't remember to bring my shoes. So now I just threw that extra pair in there, and I can always do it.
We used to say schedule it like a business meeting. If you are somebody and you are working and you have like different meetings and different things, 3 o'clock can be a meeting for you to go for a 15-minute walk. And you can accumulate your exercise. I know I'm going into the exercise thing. Sorry. But you can accumulate your exercise. If you don't have a 30-minute chunk, you can do a 10-minute walk in the morning, 10-minute walk at the end of your lunch break, and 10 minutes before dinner. And that's 30 minutes. And your body doesn't care whether you did it all at once or in 3 different chunks. It all counts. So they're just different ways of strategizing your exercise, but it does come with the prioritizing.
Well, and the putting on of the shoes. Don't
And the
forget
putting on of the shoes, having multiple pair of shoes.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And I love that we used to sneak that into our day. We need to get back to that.
We do.
Because I think it does. There's all sorts of medical benefits to exercise. Now, you said you love to exercise. You love to read books. I want to talk to the gal who is scratching her head right now, going, I don't really know how to care for myself.
Oh, yes.
Because I think as women, we can get so lost in taking care of everybody else that we don't even know what fills us up anymore.
It's true.
And I got to that point a couple of years ago, and somebody asked me, they like, what do you like to do for fun? I was like, watch a Disney movie? I don't know. Because that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
I was watching Disney movies with my kid. That's what we did for fun. And we popped popcorn. But that was her fun, not my fun. And I think we get so wrapped up in our kids and our jobs and our extracurricular activities that we forget to really take a minute and listen to ourselves and see what it is that kind of fills us back up.
So I have a friend who was struggling in her marriage, and they were seeking counseling, and it was her turn. And he said, "What do you like to do?" And she didn't really have an answer because she's very great mom, great wife, just. Sure. But what does she like to do? And I could tell you a million things she'd like to do. I'll she's one of my best friends, and I love to hang out with her. But she was struggling with, what is it that I like? And I think we have to remember and find those things, even if it's a little thing, something small. We need to figure it out.
Yeah.
So when I was going through this, my best friend, she said, I want you to tell me, before this day is through, I want you to tell me one thing that you like. And so I was being a smart aleck because I wasn't really in a place where I wanted to take care of myself or thought I needed to. And I know y'all can't imagine me being a smart aleck. But I was like, I like pens.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, okay, I want you to go to the office supply store and buy yourself some pens.
Oh, I love a good pen.
And I was like,
Wow.
I was
Yeah.
like, really? She goes, no, that is your assignment for today.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it, and it worked.
Oh, yeah.
Carol, you have pens that you love. I know that.
I know.
Yeah.
I know that
But
about
I was
you.
totally being a smart aleck about it.
That's so
And she said, I want you to go to the store and buy some. And so I think there again, we get in the comparison mindset and they're like, I don't have the money to go to a spa. Well, I don't
Right.
either. But I got $3 or $4 that I could throw towards some pins.
Mm-hmm.
And that day, that's what made me happy. And
What I did
good.
recently is I bought a pair of earbuds that are just mine, and they're pink and gold. They're
Oh, I
really
love it.
pretty.
Yeah.
But I got tired of losing them all around the house or not knowing whose are mine, and these are mine, and I love them. And so
Yeah.
that's not something to do.
Right.
But it's a little, and it was just a little thing. It didn't cost a lot, but it was something I did for myself that a lot of times I don't do, but I will do in a second for my kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
in a second for your kids.
Yeah, I'll buy them
right.
the better shoes or the nicer clothes or whatever. But I'm like, oh, I can't spend that kind of money on whatever it is. I can't buy the nicer pens, but
Right.
they want, sure.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when we're better to ourselves in those ways, like when we take care of that little need and give us that little bit of satisfaction, then we can be better for them,
Yeah.
kids and the spouse if you have
But
it,
we
or
forget.
the friends, or the workplace where you work.
The world.
The world, yes.
The world was a better place because I bought pins that
It-
day.
yes.
It really was. But I say that
Funny.
to say because I had kind of lost my way and I didn't know what made me happy anymore. And it started with pins.
And I think a lot of women serve.
Yeah.
At church, they're the ones that are making the meals for people, and they're
That's not me.
they're the caregivers a lot of times. We get stuck in these roles and
Yeah.
don't prioritize time to do some things that we should do for ourselves, or I think we forget to, and we're like, well, I don't need that because
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'm feel like I'm famous for saying, well, no, I don't really need that. I don't need to go out
Yeah.
by myself, or I don't need whatever. I'm okay. But then when you go do it, it's like,
Like,
wow,
oh.
this was so fun.
needed
Why am I
that.
not doing this more
Very
often?
refreshing.
Yeah. Go see a movie that's not animated. That's
Oh,
on my
yeah.
bucket list.
Yeah.
I can't wait. We actually watched Peter Rabbit recently, and I felt like I had seen a grown-up movie
Yeah,
because it wasn't animated.
Right. Right. I feel, yes. I
It
did
was
that with
good,
I
yeah.
did that with Christopher Robin.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't wait to see that one, by the way. But yeah, and I think here's the trick. It doesn't have to be something huge. If you're a pen freak, go get yourself some pens today. You know, I also have this thing for journals.
Nice
Yeah,
journal.
nice
Ken.
journals.
Mhm.
I have a thing for journals.
Like the flowers.
I
and
will
the-
spend money
the
on that.
pretty-
That's
they
I
are
will go and buy those.
Yeah, and y'all know I have the moleskins that I take
Mm-hmm.
notes in for meetings and stuff, and I will splurge on those every once in a while. So it could be something silly like that. Maybe it's new toenail polish. Maybe it's
Oh, yeah.
you know, I don't know,
a 10-minute walk.
a 10-minute walk. There we go,
Here.
or a pen. We go back to walking every time, don't we? No, but it will make you feel better, and it will.
Yes.
It will also, help you probably see what it is that will make you happy. But I just wanted to talk to you if you're struggling today, if you're saying, all this sounds really great, but none of that really charges my batteries. I want to challenge you to just do something small today that charges your batteries, that will just be a treat just for you. Maybe it's not having to hide that ice cream in the freezer. Maybe you just go buy it at the grocery store and eat it in Carline. I don't know. Have y'all ever done that? Like hid ice cream in the corner?
Well,
Okay. I'm the worst
Little
mom
Debbie's.
ever.
Okay,
Little
not
Debbie's.
ice cream.
Okay.
I've
All right.
hid Girl Scout cookies.
There
Thin
you
mints
go.
in the freezer.
Ooh, you know what I saw today? Somebody had actually taken a Raisin Bran box and put the
yes.
Thin Mints inside
Oh,
them.
man.
Kids will
Yeah.
never touch them. So anyway, whatever it
Little
is,
tips.
exactly, whatever it is, we'll do something for yourself today. Just something small, and start small, because you're loved, you're valued, you're worth it. And we want you to take care of you, because in order to do all that you've got on your plate, you're going to have to take care of yourself, or you're going to burn out pretty quickly. So know that we're praying for you today. If there's anything at all that we can do for you, feel free to reach out. You can email me, carol@thelightfm.org, and we would be tickled to death to hear your feedback about today's topic. So thank you once again for being a part of the Girl Talk podcast.